Howdy there, folks, and welcome to Prison Architect today for, figured we want to try this game out again. It's been updated crazy amounts since I got it in early access on Steam. I think at least that I got it on Steam and not before that. I got it at least around the time when it got out on Steam, and so many things have changed. And in all fairness, I've played it a lot since it came out till today. So, we're not starting bare bones here. So we're gonna at least do a little bit of challenges here. So we'll turn on gangs. A little bit of extra challenge right there. Staff needs is nice. We're gonna not do that. Mutators. I figured we'd at least turn on this big head mode. Maybe also old school intake along with short sentences. Old school intake means that it comes, I think it's 32 every day, at least 32 in the start. There comes 32 prisoners every day to the prison, and there's no way of stopping that. And short sentences means that the sentences in general are a lot shorter than they're used to, which means people move on out and into the world again, not that long after they arrive. Am I keeping these settings though? Sure, why not? And that was about what I wanted to put on, and also big head mode because it adds a little bit of a flair to the game, if you ask me. As for the warden, I've never really played around too much with these. I've played the game after the choice of a warden came out, but I've usually just played with the regular one. Could of course play as the military guy. That's seeing how I'm a military guy myself from way back when. But no, we're just gonna play as the warden, the normal guy, the average guy. Just gonna pause things real quick. And then I was thinking we would plan out a little the early days of how this will look. Also gonna grab a couple of grants right off the bat. Basic Detention Center and Administration Center, because those are pretty easy to accomplish. Now, let's see. I think no, I don't remember how large the large maps are. What is that? Can I ever see the number? There's not a chance. Not a chance. Not even a little bit. All right. I'm gonna guess that this is more or less center. Yeah, probably is. So we're gonna do a little bit of a pathway coming in here. Say yay much, give or take. And we're gonna have a little bit of a reception area. See, that felt a lot bigger than I wanted it to. Let's do 12, but we'll do 11 there and one more. Oops, down there. That's 6, 4. So I overdid it by 1. 5 and 5, or whatever. That feels really big, but yeah, well, whatever. How deep do we want it? Though, like this. Yeah, that feels like a decent reception area. How are we gonna mark out stuff? Object, maybe, as a fence. Yeah. We'll use that as fences, at least for now. Little smell of fresh air before you enter your damnation. Not gonna do that. Where do we want our holding cells? I'm thinking down here, maybe having holding cells here, and then having visitation up here. Visitation, of course, won't be in from the get-go. Will we have holding cells here, though? Would prefer to, seeing how it's continuous intake, which eventually ain't gonna matter much, because eventually you'll be able to cope with 32 prisoners a day, at least if it doesn't increase at all. But it will be a pain in the butt from the get-go. And that it will. That it will indeed. What if we were to make the walls down here for a holding cell to begin with, and then we'll, rethink our strategy once. We'll put it there, and then we'll see. We'll see. Can I'll even do a little bit of craziness here. Yeah, don't. Can I do that? No, I can't. That would have been so useful. It would come in so handy. Can I do that for any of these buildings? Where's holding cell? That's the one. No. Alright. Gotcha. Okay then. Fine. None of that. Great. Thank you. Good talk. Alright, we could go and do something like this though. Like funky. Reception. And age for holding cell. Alright. Let's try to remember how this works eventually. Alright, then we want do we want to we'll leave a little bit of a gap here. No, we won't. We'll have it going out this way for, say, 15. That aligned seems to be. This will be our hour initially. That looks very weird. Crazy weird. Okay, I apparently need help in terms of writing stuff. There we go. S. S enough at least. That will be our shower to begin with. We'll of course have our visitation area over here. They like so. Not all of this ain't gonna be. All of this ain't gonna be visitation, by the way. Actually, we'll move it one over. How do I do that? Like this? Yes. Like so-ish. And then we're gonna have. We can do that inside here, I suppose. We'll wall it off like here-ish, give or take. This is gonna be storage. This is gonna be visitation. To create that little bit of extra barrier between, freedom and a little bit of extra barrier between freedom and getting visits. And then we'll have the parole room up here. P for parole. Like that? Yep. This will extend this, I think. And just remove all of that. All storage. All storage. And we'll want a little bit of a pathway coming around here. And that will be our, this will be our, road for relevant personnel to go into storage, get their stuff, and head on over towards what do you call it? The cantina, the kitchen, obviously. So over this way with some fences. Don't need to fence this in because this will, of course, be the yard area. Will be in the middle here. And we'll have our little kitchen area. We'll connect that up like a very large kitchen. I think call it 10 by 10, shall we? 10 by 10. Yep, and then we'll have our cantina next to that. Sure, we'll start off with that. Don't worry, not all of this ain't gonna be all of this ain't gonna be as big as it is now, forever. Objects, there we are. Oops, this is the kitchen. This is really not a K at all, is it? That works well enough. And cantina. And then for our cell blocks. Thinking was to have them sort of like blocking off this general area, more or less. They'll have. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Should have been down here. Could have thrown in a common room, of course, but not going to do that from the get-go. Yeah, well, we could have laundry room and a common room over here, I suppose. Planning. Well, actually, we'll do this just to see how big we want it. Ain't gonna be big. Ain't big at all. Yeah. And then we'll call this the laundry room. So an L in here. And then this will be the common room. Common area. Then over here we'll have our prison cells to begin with. Just start off with something like that. Then we'll have our cells coming down this way. This will be a potential workshop. Potentially. Let's see. That was one too small. Seeing whether or not this will fit. General scheme of things. Oh, we didn't do it all the way down. Why not? Why not? Stop there for now. Remove that and this. We can have the entrance. Let's just get rid of all of these. Pathway coming out of the reception area. We're going to aim for the middle here, I think. Hopefully, we'll see how that, adds up with the greater scheme of things. Sort of works out, sort of works, sort of works. And then let's have some holding cells down here. I'll be holding cells. That works out well enough. That would be another cell. Like that. And repeat. How many cells would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 20, 21. Alright, and then, of course, doubling this up would be 31, and then 42. It works to begin with. It works to begin with. Alright, I like concrete. Is it any price difference? I don't think it is. It wasn't before. No, it isn't. Awesome. Reception and holding cell, as well as the shower, be of priority. Sorry about that. We'll start off with these three, along with a administration center. And where do we want to put that? Put all the admin buildings up here, I think. Isn't that quick buildable now? Seems to be. 1 and 2. Begin with. Yeah. And go. Put a large jail door right there. Put another jail door. Thinking more or less in the middle. Yeah. And this can do with a regular door, but we'll wait and see how. Let's see. Shower head, shower head, shower head. Door, shower head, shower head, shower head, shower head. Yep. Shower head, shower head, shower head, shower head, door. Go ahead and we'll get ourselves the warden right away. I actually think we'll ramp up our work crew as well. There we go. We can go ahead and we can remove the plans here. Do that and this as well. Then we will Ah, shoot, now I forgot where stuff was. Yeah. And then wall that shenanigans off. Like so. Nope. Like so. Alright. Holding cells require benches and toilets. Like that. And a couple of toilets there. Oh, alright. So not there then. And then like that. And we'll even be so kind as to throw in a couple of walls like this for a semi-privacy over at the little loo. Planning, remove that. There we go. And we'll go ahead and we'll throw a little fence in there. This room, let's see, reception, where you at, buddy? There we go. That's the one. Office desk, table, and chair. Alright. I think this is overdoing it a lot with the size of this thing. But we'll put a table there. Large jail door there. And office desk. I mean, I've never been to a jail, so I don't really know how they do their thing. But suppose we could have it there like that, and then we'll throw in a couple of benches for people to sit on while they wait. Benches aren't that aren't that expensive, so you know we can probably stomach the cost. That's at least my thinking. We'll remove that. That will get removed on its own. Remove that. Oh well, right, like so. Up here, how are we coming along? We are at least coming along. That would be those two, which means our warden has his stuff playing out, and we'll get a finance person along with a security guy, or yeah. Well, you've got an office, so you'll start not too long. I'm not worried. Filing cabinet. Oh yeah, we're missing some items. There we go. Now you can start researching. Beautiful. But I think we'll leave it there for today. We'll hopefully get our first prisoners arriving the next episode around. I hope you all enjoyed this little take on Prison Architect. It's been fun so far. Hope it will continue to be as fun in the next one. So please stay tuned for that. If you want to, leave some thoughts, some comments, some suggestions in the comment section, that would be wonderful. And I'll hopefully see you all next time. Till then, here we out.